So last June, Lucky Film, a Chinese film manufacturer, had announced that they had anticipated to release their Lucky Color 100 film, a true new emulsion, by the end of the year. It's now 2025 and there's no way to purchase said film. Well, thankfully, Reflx Lab put out a blog post recently kind of explaining what's going on with this Chinese film. I'll link it in the description below if you want to read it word for word, but I think the first handful of paragraphs are especially important to us. It reads, Lucky Film, a renowned Chinese brand with a rich history in photographic film, also the OEM factory for Eastman Kodak, once held a prominent place in the market. However, the rise of digital cameras nearly 2 decades ago led to the cessation of their consumer film production. Despite this shift, Lucky continued manufacturing surveillance film for military use. Now a subsidiary of China Aerospace Corporation, China's equivalent of NASA, Lucky has pivoted to advanced materials manufacturing, focusing on products like medical imaging films and components for solar batteries. With the recent resurgence in film photography, Lucky has re-entered the consumer market. Last year, they relaunched their black and white SHD 100 and SHD 400 films, both available in 135 and 120 formats. Excitingly, Lucky is also working on a color film project. Producing color film is a complex process requiring over 100 ingredients, some of which are no longer readily available. To overcome reliance on patented raw materials from Kodak, Lucky has assembled a team of chemists to reverse engineer alternatives. Currently, they're close to finalizing the last missing component. According to a contact from Reflx Lab who recently visited Lucky Film headquarters in China, the new color film is expected to hit the market in Q2 of 2025. It's projected to be the most affordable color film available, potentially disrupting the market and addressing the global shortage of color film. Now, obviously, new color film stock coming to fruition is super exciting, especially one that is supposedly going to change up how we view the pricing of film forever. But I thought how Reflx explained how difficult it is really paints a good picture as to the rigorous process that is making film. I would feel less confident about this whole endeavor if it wasn't a brand that has shown that they can produce their own film in the past. If some small film lab was saying that they were producing a new film emulsion, I would be highly skeptical. But since Lucky has done it before, I think there's some validity to it at least. Regardless, it's not going to be easy. In fact, making a new emulsion, as stated in the blog, is obviously incredibly hard, but having some skin in the game already is hopefully the difference maker. Especially in recent years with raw material shortages and the ass pain that has been shipping globally. And honestly, as excited I was for this film to release in 2024, I think it makes a lot more sense for it to come out this year. 2024 was a huge year for new films, new camera releases, and in my mind, 2025 is a lot more barren when it comes to that type of stuff. And Lucky can kind of swoop in, and if they stay true to what they're saying, being one of the cheapest color film stocks, can really be one of the biggest wins for film that we've seen in recent years. This is especially true for markets outside of North America, where shooting film can be 2 to 3 times the cost that we're seeing here in the United States. So getting a high quality yet still affordable color film would be potentially a game breaker for a lot of people around the world. I mean, let's be honest, it's almost certainly going to be the most affordable color film that you can get in the Eastern Hemisphere. The shipping and taxes for a lot of Kodak's products for that part of the world is just insane. One thing I am questioning is how much these potential tariffs from he who shall not be named are going to affect us and thus this product. Seeing as it is a Chinese company and that is seemingly a huge part behind doing said tariffs, depending on the price, I think, ironically enough, we could be on the opposite end of what we're used to when it comes to Kodak films being distributed worldwide. With that being said, Lucky's black and white film has had a really great reception so far, which is really encouraging. They have both 100 and 400 speed, and you can get them for about $2 a piece, which obviously is awesome. They have them in 35mm and 120, which as a heavy medium format shooter is really awesome as well. Hoping that they will release this color film in 120 shortly after or at the same time as the 35mm one as well, so we can have that. And I will be one happy camper. Alright, that pretty much sums it up for the Lucky news. I'm really excited to be getting a new color film stock, especially one that is supposedly super cheap in 2025, and I'm sure you guys are too. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and if you think that we'll actually be hitting that deadline, as Lucky obviously has overshot it once, so I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility for this to potentially get delayed too, but I don't want to speak too much into existence. Otherwise, enough of my yapping. If I hear more, you guys will be the first one to know. So until the next one, stay safe, stay shooting. Adios.